Good morning, everyone. Can you all see my screen? Sorry. Can you all see my screen? Okay, thank you. Okay, so probably we were in this particular thing, right? So probably I just wanted to add some validations also using. So previously we have seen that we have added something called, what I just wanted to say is. um we have done the validations inside the HTML only, right? And we were added some classes, ng touched, right? Ng dirty, ng untouched, and all this kind of things. So we have, actually involved in, CSS in order to show the errors and all this kind of things. But right now, we will just add some more validations, but let's see in the screen and serve. So localhost 4200, and this is where we have been there, right? So in the header HTML, I have added some screens. So if I just go to this one, the login component.html, if I just go back to this one. So let me remove all these ones. Okay, so did yesterday resolve the issues? I will just give my application today so that you can all go through those things today, what is wrong and what is right over here. The only thing is, since we have added the form, we have not added any, the form groups. So let me define a form group for this. So I just wanted to use, uh, you know, so this is the one reactive forms module, which we have already imported. All right. So probably I will just go to this one. And so I've just done some testing yesterday. Okay, so probably what we can do over here, right now this screen was not at all getting bigger, right? So what we can do for this, right? First of all, these all things are related to the Angular materials, right? So I just wanted to go to this one. I just wanted to inspect it, and here let me go to this, expand this one to a separate window, and I just wanted to. Yeah, this is the one, right? So, yeah. So there is something called um, MAT and DC card. Yeah, this is the one. So what if I add width to this as, let's say, 500, pixel. Super, right? So this is actually coming. So probably what we can do, so we can actually, this is the one, right? So Matt MDC card. I'll just go and create the new file, material override.scss. And I just wanted to add, that style over here. And here I just wanted to give the same width, 500 pixel. Okay. Now this is looking good. So now, see, these top menus are already changed. So we can actually show sign in or sign out. But right now I'm displaying everything. Okay. So here I just have added this. If you just go to this header.html, I have just added more things over here: cart, restaurant menu, uh, sign out and sign in, and all this kind of things. Cart also, shopping cart. This is a meta icon. You can actually use it. Okay. So now what we can actually do, if you just go to this one, login.component.html, I just wanted to add some validations to this. So how we can add that? The first thing is we need to actually create a login form group. So there is something called form group in Angular. So reactive forms module. So let me import that one first. And here, public login form. And I just wanted to define this as form group, Angular forms. Okay. And so here it is asking me to initialize. I'm just saying it as exclamation mark so that it will not give any error. And the next thing is I need to define a constructor for this. So we actually define constructor with constructor keyword in Angular. So this is how it actually works. And the next thing is I just wanted to implement one Angular hooks. So this is a place where we do all the initializations. So I will just show it to you how it actually looks like. Okay. So let me go to this ng on init lifecycle hook. So here we do all the initializations, but constructors are basically used for initializations. But I actually use ng on init because this hook is actually provided for us to actually do the initialization related things. So now I just have to initialize the form. So previously you have seen that we have done validators required. So we have added required attribute in the login.html. If you just see over here, I have added required like this over here, right? But that is not required. That is related to template driven forms or normal forms. But here we are going to use reactive forms because reactive forms gives us a way to do the validations from the component itself. So here what I just wanted to do, I just wanted to use login form equal to new form group. So I will just open this and I will just end this with this one. Yeah. So here I just wanted to, define the username, which is exactly the same name which we have used inside the login.html for the form control names. Okay, the same thing. So I just wanted to go back and here you can actually define new form control. This is a reactive form. And here I will just set the initial value to empty because that's what we need. And here we can add validators dot required. And then we can add another one, which is a password. New form control. And here I just wanted to add empty and then validators dot required. Okay. And now once this is done, I'll just see whether if anything is breaking or not. Nothing is breaking up. They are actually good. So we'll also see, in the login form, we just have to add two important attributes. The first one is we need to map our form tag to this. So there is something called property binding. I just wanted to use directive. There is a form group directive. You can actually assign that to our login form. That's it. So let's refresh this. Yeah. And now what we can simply do, we will, so why this is not coming? So if you just go to this one, right? So I will just go to this uh, material override. 500 pixels, it's not coming. Okay. Anyhow, we will apply that very soon. But why it is not coming, that is still a challenge. So let me go to this one and the app styles. So here I have not imported that material override. So I just wanted to import that one as well at the rate import. And dot styles material override dot SCSS. That's how we can see this one. Okay. So if I just go back, yeah. So now this is getting refreshed. And I see that this is something not coming in the middle, right? So Madam DC card header. There's something called, let me check. So why it is not coming to the middle? Uh, so let me go back to that. So here in the one, let me close this and open this again. Okay, now the error is gone. So let me inspect this. So this is a mat card header. So display fix. There's something called text center, text align. It's not working. So what we can still use. So here it's a complete tag, right? So this one, mat card header. So mat card header. So let me explain the text align. Nothing is working out. Anyhow, we'll see this later, how to fix this. And I need to do something else. How we can add the validations. And fix. Okay. So now I'll just go to this thing and I just wanted to add some validations here. So how we can add a validation? So probably we can just go through this. And I just wanted to do some, what you can say. some validation has to be performed. So here I do have the validators dot required, but that is not getting applied, right? So what we can still do. So there is something we can do in the login component.html. So let me go inside this username and let me add a mat error tag before this. Something called mat error. And here, let's say .ng if I just wanted to use the login form dot get off the username, right? So get off username dot has error required. Okay. So if I add this one, right? So I need to display some error message also inside this. So let me add username is required. Okay. So I think this is fine. Let me go and check whether we are getting it or not. Super, we're getting it. Username is required. Okay. And now we will do the same thing for, let me copy this and let me go to this one. And before this, below this, we need to add the same thing. Here, mat error and password. I need to change this and then has error required and then username, here it's password. Password is required. I think that's the only thing that I need to do from my side. And most probably, we will just add, let's see how it actually looks like over here. Good, everything is working. So fine then. So probably what we can do now, mat error tags, right? So I just wanted to show them in a beautiful way. So what we can simply do for this one. So enter username, username is required, password is required. So I think probably we can do one more thing, like for the error, mat error. So this will be fine, right? So probably we can add more styles later on, right? So if I just enter yes, Srinivas and then think. So this password is getting shown, right? So what I can simply do, if I just go back to this, and here instead of uh, mat import, what we can else use? Mm, you can actually give one property over here for the password. So here it's a mat type, right? So I just wanted to give the type as password. I think probably we can keep it like this and see whether it is getting. Yes, good. Okay, right? Okay. I think this will be fine. Okay. Now, if I just go back to this one, so here I do have something called the header image. So let me go back to this login. Hmm, I think probably this will be fine. If I just remove this one, you can see that, yeah, it is actually very small. So this is working out. And if you just see this one, outline. So do you know what is the meaning of outline? So this is the meaning of outline. So basically it is seeing like this, right? So I just wanted to be there, this error at the outline of this one, and I don't want this style. There is a dark gray applied over here. I don't want to do that. So I just want it like this. If you do want it to do like that, there's something called Angular material is going to provide the appearance outline. So you can actually use that, and that will be changed like this. Okay. So that's the only thing. So right now, I just wanted to introduce one more thing. So let me refresh this. And if I just go back to this, I just have to get this form details, right? So how to get this form details? So there's something called, in the form itself, we do have something called ng submit event. And here, I just wanted to define on submit function. And this is not there. So I will just go to the login component.ts and I will just add on submit. Okay. And now what I need to do over here. So probably if I just save this and if I just go back to the login.component.html. So here, I just have to do one simple change. So here everything is fine. Login to portal is also fine. So what we can do over here, this is type submit. And when we actually click on the button, it is going to call submit method. So if I just go and console.log, submit function called. Okay. So now if I just go back to this and if I just open inspect, yeah. So if I just go to the console and click on login to portal, can you see this submit function is called? So here what we can simply do, we can actually console.log the login form itself, this dot login form. So let's see what happens here now. I just wanted to enter Srinivas and my name, password. And I just wanted to submit this and I just wanted to see that, hey, we are getting the details, whatever we require, right? So here controls, and there is something called status valid, touched, there's a value. So control, so password, username dot value, and password dot value. So this is how we can actually get the values. So let me do one simple thing over here, right? So what we can do, so probably, here I just wanted to go to this one, login.component.ts, and here, instead of this, so we can get the value from the form directly, right? So let me print like this. There's something called a value. Let me do like this, okay? So if I just do like this, I'll be getting the, okay, and if I just enter something, yeah. So this is how we are getting username and password, right? So probably we are getting this, and Probably we can map this to some request model. So do you know how to create request models in Angular? So probably what we can simply do, I just wanted to, create a model package. Let me remove this and let me create a new folder model. And here I just wanted to create auth request. So what is this auth request extension, right? So probably I will just rename it to .ts. And here, this is how we actually export interface auth request. So we can actually give like this, and username is a string and password is also a string. That's it. So now what we can simply do, we can go to this login component.ts, and here, instead of doing like this dot login form dot value, we have not imported that. So auth request. Okay. So if you can see here, I was unable to import this. So how to import this auth request? So as this is part of the model, we need to use this import or use the auth request in our component, right? So what I can simply do, if I just go back over here, so the import is not coming. I don't know what is the problem. Auth request, and from I will just go to this model. I think that is enough. So do we have to do anything else? So we need to define the model also. Auth request. That's it. Now, if you can see this, so this is basically, we need to define the variable over here. Auth request. First, we need to define like this, and we need to define the type like this. Okay. But why it is not working out over here? The only thing is this auth request is a part of a model, and we cannot import directly over here in the type script component. So there is something else that we can do. So I will be explaining that later, but right now we will just go ahead with some other validations that we have to do over here. Okay. So till this, I think we are good. We have designed this, and then probably if I just go back to the dashboard, so we don't have anything in the dashboard. So let's say if I just wanted to go to this dashboard, this is what we see. Dashboard works, right? So probably we need to design the dashboard component also. But let me tell you one simple thing over here. Since we need to use the header and the footer also in the dashboard module. What we need to do now, right? If I just go back to the dashboard component.html, I just wanted to remove this. And here, I just wanted to use app-header, but this is not getting it over here. So dashboard module is one module, auth module is one module. Let me tell you. So in the auth module, we have already imported the header component and the footer component, right? So if a component is a part of one module, we cannot use those components in another module, which is dashboard module over here. Can you say this? I will not be able to use it, even if I'm going to import this. So let me go to this one and dashboard. It is coming, but is listed in the declarations of ng module, dashboard module, right? So what I need to do for this one, right? So the first and foremost thing is we cannot use that in the declarations because let's say it is, let's say I just wanted to import them because we can import only modules, not the components. So this is not going to work over here. Okay. But you can see in the auth module, I have declared that in the declarations only. This is working, but why it is not working over here? The problem is if a component is belonging to one module, that has to be a part of that module only. It cannot be it cannot be a part of another module. So how to solve this issue? First of all, let me remove this header component and footer component. And also let me, go to this auth module. And also let me remove this header component and the footer component, and also the imports, which are not at all required over here. Okay. So now I will just go to this component, and also I will just go to the header. So it has some errors, no problem, because it has to be imported at any cost. Now what I need to do over here, first of all, I need to create one shade module, okay? And I need to import that module in each and every module of the auth and the dashboard. So now let me create, just do ng generate module. And I just wanted to generate a dashboard module over here, but dashboard is already there. I just have to define a shade module. Okay. So now if I just ng generate module. Okay. So now we can enter this and we have a shade module over here. So this shade module is basically used to define the components so that we can import multiple components in multiple modules. Okay. So this is what we need to do. So first of all, I will just go to this module and here I just wanted to do two things. First of all, I just wanted to define the declarations of the header and footer. And then I need to do one more thing. I need to import the material module over here because I don't want to use material module directly because this is part of shade and it is being shared between dashboard, auth, and app. I need to import them at any cost. So I will just be using and this one. And there is something called exports also. And here I will be just exporting that header component as well as the footer component as well as the material module. Now what I will just do, I will just go to the dashboard module and also auth module. Let me remove this material module here and let me go to this app module and also there's no material module here. And now this is a shape module and material module we can define, remove it from here. So, okay, material module has to be a part of this, right? So now what I can simply do, I will just go to this two modules. First auth module I will be going. I will be importing that shade module. That's it. Issue is resolved. I'll just go to the dashboard module. That's it. Issue is resolved. Sorry, shade module, right? Issue is resolved. And now we do not have the errors anymore. So now can you see this? If I just go back to this dashboard or it is not running, right? So let me run this application. So if I have to use a component in multiple modules, we can actually create a shared module like this. Okay, you can actually create a shared module, define the declarations, and also export those components, whatever you have declared and whatever you have imported, so that it will just be imported inside another module. Like this is the one shared module, material module will come, header component and footer component also will come, and these imports are not at all required. Okay, and now if you just go to this auth module, I have this, I will just remove this import, and I have this shared module which has header component and footer component. This is how we can actually use the component in multiple modules. Okay, so now if I just go back to this dashboard, so I do have the same header component, but I just have to do some more changes over here. So let me go to this dashboard component.html. Okay, so here what I just wanted to do, first of all, I will just go to this one and I will just make this as class text top. Anyhow, we will be using a service, what menus has to be shown once the user is logged in and all these kind of things. And also app footer, I can just use this for the dashboard. Okay, so now I have used a app footer, and here I will just give this as fixed bottom. And now I just wanted to define main hyphen content. And here I can actually use router outlet again, because this is another module, right? So super. Now we have this dashboard also, but here in the middle, we will be showing the restaurants here. Okay, but we will be showing the exact menu, but we need to use a service for that. But right now I'm just displaying all the things. Okay, so that we will, disable them once we log in. Okay, so when the user is in the, what I can say, uh, in the auth, so he doesn't have to see orders, restaurants, sign out, and card. Only this button has to be shown. Okay, so how we can actually show that to the user, right? So for that, we need to define some services. Okay, so how the services will look like. So let me go and use that service for everyone. So if I just go back to this, and if I just minimize everything, I'll just go to this app. And here I will just create the services folder. And here in the service, I just wanted to create a new file, auth.service.ts. Okay. Sorry, it's a auth, right? So let me rename it. Okay. So now what we can simply do, so this is a service. So export class auth service. Or what we can do, we can actually generate this service directly from the command prompt. So let me remove this, and let me stop this ng-gs services. Oh, sorry, ng generate service. I need to have one services folder, or I can actually define auth. So now we will see that, see, there's a auth service, but I don't want to generate like this. I need to have a separate folder for this one as well, right? So probably clear this, and you can actually define services / auth and ng-gs services auth. Now we'll be having one services folder here. And if you just go and delete this spec file, this is used for testing. And here there's something called auth Okay. So here what we can simply do, we can actually, define some methods. Right now we are actually, giving the credentials only, but we are not logging in, right? So let's do that thing as well over here. So now what I will just do here, so I need to write some methods. So first I just wanted to set username, set username. We can actually write a method like this. We should be taking username here. Okay, and this is a string, and this doesn't return anything. So void I just wanted to keep and then open it. And so console.log username. And same like that, I just wanted to use the password also. Set password. And to the set password, I just wanted to pass the password also. But here, do we have to set a password first of all, right? So we don't have to do that because passwords are basically, uh, you know, sensitive, and they are secrets basically. So we will not be able to do that kind of things over here, right? So probably what we can do, we can actually write a getter for username, get username, and that's it. And then I need to have one more method called, so let me close this one, set token. So once the user is logged in, I just wanted to set a token for this. Okay. So for the set token, and I just wanted to use a get token, and this will return a string. Okay. Everything is done. And there is something called logout method, and that's it. And now I just wanted to have a login method, which actually takes a request of auth request. Can you say this? We are getting auth request now. Okay, so this is the best place to define them. And here, I just wanted to use observable, but I will explain this when we actually do the login mechanism. I just wanted to return this. Okay. So now what I need to do, first of all, I need to set all these things at one go. Okay, so what are these actually used for? So let's say the user is logged in into the system. I just wanted to, what I need to do. If the user has given his credentials, and he just has to, verify his credentials, and then probably we need to keep a track of that particular user. Okay, so there is something called local storage. I will just tell you what this actually does. So here, so in the set token mechanism, I'll be just using the local storage. This will directly come because this does not has to be imported. So local storage dot set item, and I need to set a token for this. Right now, I'm setting the token as a token like this. Okay, and we need to pass the token over here. Token, which will be a type of string. That's it. Okay, so now there is something called get token, return local storage. I'll just explain you about all this kind of things. Okay, and okay, and here, what is it is actually doing? So let's say the token is null, it will return null also. That's the only thing. Okay, so now there is something called logout. So here, what we can do, we need to have one more thing, which is something called remove item. So local storage dot remove item, and here we can actually pass the token to this. so that it will be removed from that. And so to the get username, return local storage dot get of or the get item. Sorry. And here I just wanted to get the username. Okay. And there is something called is logged in. Is logged in. So what we need to do from here? So is logged in, return this dot get token. If the token is null, right? If the token is not null, so we need to provide double equal to. Okay. If the token is not equal to null, is logged in is going to return is logged in, right? So when there is a token, the person is logged in. Okay. If the token is not set, that means the person is not logged in into the dashboard. Okay. So this is how we can actually do. But right now, what I just wanted to do over here, right? So first, we need to receive all the credentials to this login. So first of all, I just don't want to return anything. So let me do console dot log, and I just wanted to use request dot username and request dot password. Okay. Now what I will do, I will just go to this login component.ts, and here we need to do the constructor injection. So private, and I need to use that auth service. So how we can actually use that auth service? So we can actually define a variable first. Okay, and once you do that, so I can actually use this dot auth service dot login, and here I just wanted to pass this dot login form dot value. Okay, now I will just go to this auth service. I'm just calling the service from the TypeScript component. So now what I will just do, I'll just go to this one. I'll just open this. Don't worry about this. So we have not started the application, I guess. So I'll just do ng serve again. And I will just go to this once it starts. So probably we will see about these things maybe tomorrow. I will just explain everything tomorrow. Okay, don't worry. So why I'm doing all these kind of things, because we need to log in the person and then only we need to show the dashboard. And based on that, we need to show some certain things to the user who logged in into the portal. Now I just wanted to refresh it and I just wanted to submit. And here, log into portal. Can you see this? So we are getting the username and the password from the TypeScript component to the service. Okay. So now what we need to do over here, we need to actually use auth guards. Okay. So there is guard concept. That's the reason I have set it to this, guards in Angular. So in Angular, a guard is essentially a script that runs before certain stages of route navigation. It decides whether to proceed with the navigation or redirect it. So basically, if you just see this one, the auth routing, the app routing module. So can you say this? We do not have to take the user directly to the dashboard. First, he need to authenticate with the login. And then once the credential authentication is successful, then only we can route the user to dashboard. Otherwise, will not be routing the user to the dashboard. So this is what we will discuss in a few seconds. Okay. So first of all, what are guards? So let me do one thing, one simple thing for everyone. So so first, let me create a auth guard. So if I just stop this, clear this, sorry, and ng gg. So God, okay. So now I just wanted to keep them in God's auth. So like this services, we do have this God also. So can activate. And here in the gods, we do have spec file. You can just remove this. And let's go to this one. Okay, so what is this true? And let me explain about these things first of all. Okay, so if I just go to this app routing module, and if I just keep this one as, let me explain you about the basic concept of gods. Okay, so here, if I right now, if I just start the application, if I just start the application, I can simply go to the dashboard directly, correct? I can simply go to the dashboard. Yeah. So can you see this? Can you see this? I can simply go to the dashboard. Correct. This is the dashboard. Okay. But we have not displayed anything. We will show that soon. But right now, if you see that, the dashboard is still there. Correct. So why it is going to the dashboard if the person is not logged in? Correct. So we need to do some protection for that. And if I just go back to this one, if I just keep can activate, and I just wanted to use a auth god. So that auth god has been imported directly on the top. And now this god is actually returning true, right? So true means the person is authenticated, and I can just go to this auth god directly. So if I just auth, and if I just go back to this dashboard, I can simply go to this. 1 second, sorry for that, dashboard. Yes, I can simply go to the dashboard. But if I return a false from here, see the thing. See, correct. So let me do one more change over here, first of all. So if you ask me truly here, there is something called app routing module. What happens if there is no, if there is empty path, it is actually, and if there is any path, and here what we can simply do, we can actually redirect the user to path and path match full. So what is happening here? Let me tell you. So if I just go back to here, I just wanted to go to the dashboard. Can you see this? It's an empty path, but why it is not coming to the auth login page? What is the problem? Correct. So here, the problem is, let me remove this first of all. So if I just go back to dashboard now, see, so dashboard will not come because it is actually returning false from the auth god. Or what is God saying? Hey, you have kept auth god. So you need to return either true or false. Here we will be using auth service, whether the person is logged in or logged out, right? So we will be returning true or false based upon that condition. But right now I have kept it as false. But what is happening here? If I just go back to this dashboard, it is never going to the dashboard because it is not saying that. It is saying that you are not logged in. But here it is actually not routing the user to the actual page of login, right? So what kind of things that we need to do over here first, right? So what we need to do? So it's not at all coming to the place over here, but how we can actually, you know, make the user to come or show to the login page. So let me do one simple thing. If I just go back to this, and here in the app component.ts, here in the constructor, I just wanted to use router, router, and here this dot router dot navigate, and here I need to append this auth. So let me do a simple thing over here. Okay, so now if I enter dashboard, anyhow it will come from the, see here, can you see this? Anyhow, when the dashboard path is not there, it is going to start its execution from app component.ts. So there is something called a router which is actually doing it for us. So this is something called a router from Angular. So we can actually use this router to navigate to auth every time when the user is not logged in. So if I just go back to this auth guard from this, and if I don't keep this, it is commented out. Now I can simply go to this one and I will just go to the dashboard also. But it is not happening. Why? Because we have, by default, we are actually rerouting the user to the login page automatically from the app component.ts. But we don't have to do that. That is a very bad idea. So that's the reason I just wanted to explain that. Okay. So I will just go to this auth guard and I will just return true. And even if I just return true, I have a redirection from the app component to login itself. So that's the reason we cannot keep those kind of code inside this app component.ts like that. And we can just remove this router. This is just to explain how it is actually going to use, right? So now I will just simply go to this one and I'll just remove everything and I'll just go to this one and in the dashboard, I can go, and if I just go back to this app routing module auth guard, if I just return false, it will never go to this one. See? Got it? So if I just wanted to go to the dashboard, that is not there. Sorry for that. Dashboard, it will not go. Okay, so that's the total idea. Now I'll just give this to you, the application. You can actually have some, what I say, just do some hands-on and on this application. So right now, I'll just go to this one. Just try it from your side to understand how these auth guards are actually working. So you'll be better able to understand those. Okay. So let me go to show more options and say, so basically I need to cancel it because I need to remove the node modules. Otherwise the size will be very much bigger. I just have to stop the application also. Okay, it's done. I'll just go and create a zip file for this again. I mean, call. Okay, so let me share this application with everyone. Done. Okay, so now I'll just go to this Telegram channel. I'll just share that and you can have the Okay, that's it. So the only thing right now, what I can say, you can just have a look into this, do some changes, see the result, and also that path where we are actually going to enter dashboard, and that is not actually redirecting us to the auth login, but that has to be done from here. If you just ask me truly, that has to be done from the auth guard to redirect the user to the login page. The user is not authorized. So we will see that tomorrow. Okay. But you can have some practice and then you can do from your side whatever you just wanted to. Okay. So that's all for today, and I will meet you tomorrow. Bye.